I worked there probably for 15, 16 hours a day, night and day. I slept in it. And I slowly started getting better. And I just started remembering things and started deleting all these things on my calendar that kept reminding me to do stuff because I didn't need that anymore.
Hey, Enoch, thanks so much for coming to spend some time with me today.
Hi, Tracy. How you doing today?
I am doing great. Had a great weekend. How about you?
Yes, same here.
Cool. So can you start off by telling the listeners a little bit about how you were feeling prior to coming to QHS?
Yes. I got arthritis like most people, in a lot of pain in my hands. I was in construction for years. So I used a lot of hammers and electric hammers and drills and all this kind of stuff that just created the arthritis in my hands. So that was very painful for me. I fell off a building, a couple roofs, and the first one I crushed my right heel and fractured a couple vertebrae in my lower back. So I did have back surgery, but there was, of course, nothing they could do for my heel. So I just had to live with it and learn different ways to tend with the pain.
Oh.
And my second one, I dislocated and tore my rotator cuff, my left shoulder. So I've had surgery there, but it needs another surgery or the Q-arc. And I had a bone spur on the bottom of my foot, which I used to love to go barefooted, prevented me from going barefooted on anything hard surface. I put the device when I got it on that. I can now walk barefooted anywhere I want to.
Really?
Yes,
wow.
ma'am.
How long did that take?
That took about 5 days or so.
Oh my gosh, that's so cool.
Yeah. I noticed it. I noticed after a couple of days, I put it on when I went to bed. I noticed after a couple of days, oh, this is getting better. So I did it 3 more days and haven't done it since.
Wonderful. That's good news.
And I got diagnosed with Alzheimer's in March of 2022 and early Alzheimer's, which I didn't know then really what that meant, except Alzheimer's, was the key word for me. As I found out now, that meant dementia. And I was had a hard time. It started really getting worse. It seemed like once I got diagnosed with it. And my biggest problem was I have 2 dogs. And my biggest problem was feeding my dogs morning and night. So twice a day for months and months and months, I dealt with this. And I would forget to feed them. And they would stand by their bowls and look at me like, oh no, I forgot to feed you again. And so I decided that when we come in for the day and we're getting settled in for the night, I would leave the light on in their room where I fed them. And when I got my shower and come out in the kitchen, I would see the light on. I said, oh, I got to feed my dogs. So I go in, I would feed my dogs. And, but then when I would take them for the walk at like 10:30 at night, I would go through the room where their bowls were, and they were empty, and I couldn't remember if I fed them or not. So I would feed them again. In the mornings when I got up to take the dogs out at 6 a.m., I would walk through their room again and, wow, did I feed them? God, I don't remember if I fed them. And of course, I would feed them again at that point. But so it got really, really bad. And so I knew I had to come up with something. So there's a sink with a little vanity there in the room. And I had a soap dispenser that I decided I would move out from the splashboard out to the middle of the sink. There would be a signal for me that I fed my dog. Well, then when I would go out at 10:30 at night, oh, I fed my dog. When I came back in from the walk, I would push that soap dispenser back. But then when I got up in the morning, I couldn't remember if I fed my dogs or not.
Oh, geez, bless your heart.
So I worked that out, and it wasn't just that. It was one day I bathed my dogs. I had to put an alert on my calendar for that. When do I wash my sheets of my bed? I had to do that. I mean, all different kinds of things. I had to put alerts on to remind me to do stuff. It was hard. Let's put it that way. It was hard.
And then what'd you do with the device?
Made a pocket in the top of my ball cap and started wearing it on top of my brain. And I wore it there probably for 15, 16 hours a day, night and day. I slept in it. And I slowly started getting better.
Hallelujah.
And I just started remembering things and started deleting all these things on my calendar that kept reminding me to do stuff because I didn't need that anymore. And it worked. It worked big time for me.
How long did it take you to notice the difference?
About a month and a half.
Wow. Wow. Do you have any more symptoms at all anymore?
No, not at all.
Oh my gosh.
Matter of fact, my brain told me when to quit. My brain started hurting and my equilibrium started getting messed up. And I said, it's time to take this off. And I've been fine ever since.
That's beautiful. Just beautiful. But you still wear your device, just not on your ball cap,
Oh,
right?
absolutely. I wear it. I have two now. I wear it around my neck and around my waist every single day. Take it off for showering. That's it.
Isn't that amazing?
Yes, absolutely amazing. I go to my doctor and they keep asking me, so any symptoms yet? Any symptoms yet? No, I'm not telling them about the device yet because it's old school medicine, you know. And but I will when I get back on QARC. I have an October doctor appointment and I can't wait.
When, what phase are you in? When did you first get your device?
September 2nd.
Okay. So you're in the first group-ish, first or second group.
I'm the supporters. Yeah.
Okay. Wow, that is just incredible. I need to make sure that my family hears this video. So what are you going to do with a 30-year-old body and decades of wisdom, experience, knowledge? What are you going to do with your do-over, Enoch?
Well, I've thought about that. I used to be a runner. Okay, I used to run a 5K and 10K races a lot every time they come up. Would run every day. I was training for my first marathon when I fell off my first roof, and
Aw,
that stopped that. I haven't run since. With my heel and my back the way it is, I can't. I couldn't. But yeah, I can't wait to get out there and start running. I miss that so much. I used to do it. I used to work 10, 11 hours a day and come home and run 5 miles.
wow.
Uh, so, uh, oh, let's see. And I don't know. I mean, I've thought about it and thought about it. I mean, to be healthy, uh, after all I've been through here, is just, I can't wait to see where my journey goes, I guess. If the RV, or sorry, when the RV happens,
Good
I want
catch.
to buy, I want to buy a camper and travel around the United States and see national parks and national forests and visit friends that I haven't seen for a very long time, and just relax and enjoy.
Cool. Make sure while you're doing that, you spread the good news,
Oh, absolutely.
you know, of
Yes,
QHS. We
ma'am.
need to share that good news with everyone.
Yeah. Then other than that, it just whatever. I mean, of course, there are things I've thought about, but that's all dependent on the RV. So I have some projects and things in mind, but that's okay. I won't talk about them yet, but uh, I will one day.
Yes, you will. Yes, you will. And hopefully QHS will be in there somewhere.
Yes. Oh, they'll be there. Oh, you know that. I love this. I love this place. This is the best organization I've ever been associated with, Tracy.
Aw, and you are part of the foundation. Everybody who is here now, I feel like, we're in the thousands, but pretty soon we're going to be in the 10, 100, thousands, millions. And you guys laid that foundation with the proof of concept study so that people can see that this is real and that this works. And I thank you so much for that. Your story is the first I've heard when it comes to the Alzheimer's, and I cannot wait to share this with my family.
Thank
So
you.
thank you. Thank you. Thank you for burying your heart and giving people encouragement that they're not stuck with a diagnosis just because the doctor says they are.
Yes. Thank you. Yes, that is correct. Absolutely.
Yeah,
I
so
didn't
way to
give up.
kick it. Yeah,
I
well, no,
didn't.
you did even more than just not giving up. You kicked it in the butt.
Yes, I did, didn't I?
I love that you wrote me that you kicked Alzheimer's in the butt. Something like that.
That's the way I felt at the time I wrote it. I was so enjoyed when I wrote that.
Yeah. Well, I'm pretty happy to hear it too, because now I can tell my mom, your story, and it's possible. And I'm sure that there's so many other people that are going to want to hear this beautiful story. So thank you so much for sharing it, Enoch.
You're welcome.
Will you come back for part 2 post QARC?
Oh, absolutely. Can't wait.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? I can't wait.
Oh, me too. I have the best job in the world that I get to interview everybody before and after and see the big difference. And then I'll splice them together and make them all so people will be like, oh my gosh, how fun is that?
That's great. That's great. Thank you.
Awesome. Well, thank you, my darling. I will see you for the next part 2 and maybe even in Salt Lake City.
You got it.
Well, anyway, thank you so much, my darling. I look forward to seeing you next time.
Thank you, Tracy.
Have a beautiful day.
You do the same.
Okay.
Thank you for making this QHS project fly. This valorous admin team, thank you. The Key community welcomes you. Thank you for making your home QHS healthy and happy. Thank you for helping us place QH centers all around the world. Together, hand in hand, we make miracles happen. QuantumHealingSystems.org. Thank you.